How's it going, you guys? So in this video I want to talk a little bit about YouTube comments and just trolls and arguing with people on the internet in general. So I've been on YouTube for years, really since like 2006 maybe. But I've been actually making YouTube videos consistently on an actual channel that I invested in, I guess, on this channel in particular since what, like 2013. And I've been back and forth with the types of content that I make, but I've been on the internet for years, really. I don't, like, probably since 2003 maybe. And it's fascinating, for one, how much I've changed, and then number two, how much the internet has changed. But one thing is for sure, I've had a lot of YouTube trolls and criticisms and crap like that. And my channel's not even like that popular, I'm at like 8,000 subscribers right now, and if you can look at, imagine if I had 800,000 subscribers, how much criticisms I'd get. Already, it, like, I recognize, like, especially if I'm making science videos and someone has criticism for some of the claims I make or some of the studies I reference in my videos. You know how much time it takes to make a fully thought out comment, especially if I'm digging up references and discussing statistics and things. I mean, I found myself sometimes when I'm actually like trying to make a real valuable comment, it takes me about 30 minutes sometimes to make a comment like that, sometimes 15, but it takes a lot of time. And that's just one person's comment. I've had people, like, especially on my LDL cholesterol videos, people who follow Ray Peat, Chris Walker, and Vegan Gains all at the same time somehow, which I don't think that any of them are really good people to be taking, advice from. But, making long ass comments on one of my videos about LDL cholesterol, and he was like referencing studies and everything, which is great, and I love comments like that. I like to read comments like that because they help broaden my understanding. But responding to a comment like that to try to, like, I guess, like, convince them of my position or even ask more questions takes a lot of time, you know and then you have comments that are just dumb, like if I make a video criticizing another YouTuber and then one of their fanboys comes on my video and makes like an essay long, like 3-page long comment about why I'm an idiot. Like, first of all, do I have enough time to respond to that comment? Second of all, why in the world would I, like, is it worth spending that much time? Like, I see spending my time and spending my energy similarly to how I spend money, because it's literally the same thing. That 15 minutes, like, I hear people say this all the time, and it's actually true. The 15 minutes I spend replying to a comment, I'm never going to be able to get back. So why in the earth would I spend 15 minutes, like, responding to a comment that's, like, just there to, like, inform me of their opinion that I'm an idiot, which obviously I don't agree with, and honestly, idiot doesn't even have a real meaning. Why would I do that? Like, what's the benefit of that? Do I want to do that? Even if there is some benefit, like, is it still worth the time? And, early in my YouTube career, I actually allowed myself to spend enough time doing that. And part of the reason why is because, some of the jobs that I was doing allowed me to just basically do whatever, and I got paid for it. And I had enough time to reply to those comments. It actually kind of killed boredom, right? But then you got to ask yourself, what type of person would have enough time to go on some video that they clearly don't agree with and they don't like, and write a comment just to tell you their opinion that you suck or that you're an idiot or something? And they have, like, literally 8 paragraphs telling you why you're an idiot. 8 paragraphs telling you, oh, I think you're an idiot because blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, is that really a scholarly debate? You're discussing tangible information and data that, is grounded in reality. It's really not, and so if it's not tangible data that can be discussed, it's somebody's opinion. First of all, why would that person write down 8 paragraphs to tell you that, to emphasize a point that is subjective in nature? It makes no sense. Like, especially their opinion on me about a video. Like, you know, I don't know. It's really, really strange when you actually reflect on it. It's fascinating. It's very fascinating. Um, so yeah, and then the other thing is, I mean, like I'm just some random guy on YouTube to that person, and they're spending like probably 30 minutes or more like to tell me that I'm an idiot. 8 paragraphs, that's a lot. And then I might reply saying, random person on YouTube doesn't really matter. And then they write me more comments to tell me why it should matter to me. Clearly, if you spend that much time on a comment, that subject's important to you. So why would me being an idiot be so important to some random YouTuber or to some random troll on YouTube who randomly found my comment? Clearly, this person has for one, a lack of alignment with priorities. Probably doesn't have any priorities at all. And probably mental issues. There's something wrong with that person. Something wrong with that person. And obviously, they don't really have anything truly important to worry about because I've never, ever found it in any way compelling or I never felt urged to go on a Kanye West video and write all the things I don't like about Kanye West. Like, I don't care. If I don't like something, I don't care. So typically, when we criticize something, when we talk about anything, when we talk about something, that's because we care about that. It's important to us. Why would you spend your time, spend your language, spend your energy talking about something that's not important to you? The fact is you won't. Whatever you talk about it because for some reason it's important. And if something's important to you, that probably means it serves some type of benefit to you. So what type of benefit would somebody get from writing an 8 paragraph criticism of why they think some random guy on YouTube is an idiot? I mean, it could be a many different reasons, but number one, it's fulfilling some type of desire for stimulation or entertainment. Most people who don't have their priorities straight, they don't have a purpose to align themselves with, they don't have passions, etc. They have not they have very no stimulation. So this is probably one of the reasons why, in my opinion, I think a lot of people, they gravitate towards drama. They start talking crap to people, they start trying to get themselves in fights and stuff because it stimulates them. It's entertaining, and so any kind of entertainment they can get themselves into to avoid themselves going insane from boredom, especially now that we have abundant access to internet. That's a huge thing. We have abundant access to internet. People are overstimulated to the point where their dopamine is so desensitized that they don't get stimulation from just going outside, listening to the birds, and looking at a green environment, which for me, that's very important. I literally feel like my mind gets burnt out if I spend too much time on the internet, surfing the web, browsing through unlimited scrolling of YouTube videos, social media, you name it. Most people are addicted to porn. They're addicted to the internet. And so their dopamine is so downregulated, so desensitized, that they can't even experience pleasure from being out in the sun. I feel so much endorphins when I'm out here, right? But you can't feel that pleasure because when you're overstimulated from all the supernatural stimulation people get from cell phone usage and internet and things. It's literally like an addictive drug. You build a tolerance. People have they built a high tolerance to entertainment, so that their tolerance is so high. You go outside, it's way below your tolerance. You need way more. So anyway, these people are cracked out on the internet, and so they they need something to like entertain their monkey minds, and so arguing with random people on the internet seems to be like the only way they can do that. It's kind of crazy, kind of sad, kind of pathetic when you think about it. But yeah, I mean, who the fuck has enough time to like spend that? Like, cause and if you say like, bro, like, you know, you must have a lot of time on your hands. Their response is always, oh, it only took me 5 minutes to write this comment. It's like 8 paragraphs long. Like that's like for me, if I write a paragraph like that, if I write a comment that's 8 paragraphs long, best believe, I spent way more than 5 minutes on that comment. And if you and 5 minutes is a lot of fucking time too. And the other thing is, again, I'm just some random guy on YouTube that they happen to like be triggered by, right? Like their emotional knee-jerk reaction. So if I'm that insignificant and then they spend what they say, they write 8 paragraphs on a comment to me, do you really think that they don't do that to every fucking, like, they probably have spent tons of time just like writing comments like that on multiple videos. Don't ever think for a second, if you see like a troll like that and they comment and they start arguing people on one post, trust me when I say they do that on every fucking post that they fucking see. So that 5 minutes you say that you spent on a comment on my channel, you probably spent 5 minutes on like 30 other videos. So 5 times 30, I mean, that's what, like 150 minutes? If not, then my math sucks, which it does, but probably not. Maybe I'm right. I don't know, whatever, I don't give a shit. That's a lot of fucking time. So, like, you don't just like write a 8 paragraph comment on someone's video and then that's like it for the day. Like, there's a reason why you fucking do that, and it has nothing to do with the person you're commenting to. It has everything to do with something inside yourself that fuels an urgency to do bullshit like that. And so it's an addiction. Like, you're addicted to arguing with random ass people on the internet. It's crazy. And so I suppose to my viewers, for just so that you get some value from this video, look, don't let crazy people like that suck you into their like time-wasting, soul-sucking, addiction to trolling. Like, don't. Like, holy crap, you know how much time I've wasted? Like I found myself like waking up in the morning and stuff when I used to check YouTube comments in the morning. And I used to reply to all my YouTube comments as soon as I woke up in the morning because I thought that was the most important thing. And my YouTube subscribers are. But when I used to do that, I'd get caught up in comments like that where they're like criticizing and going crazy. And I would end up like, not even getting up out of bed yet, spending 30 minutes replying to some comment on my YouTube video. Then I find myself at the gym like responding to a YouTube comment. It's like, it just steals your time, steals your energy, steals your day, even if it's something important, like a YouTube channel you want to grow. Like, yeah. So long story short, you've got to be like completely devoid of importance in your life to be that type of person who constantly seeks out arguments on the internet, especially on like Facebook. Like, over things like politics and crap. Like, you're not producing any change in the world when you're making arguments like that. Like probably if you are, is like zero, like who knows. But compared to the amount of change you can make by like producing content, you know what I mean? Like, I'm recording this video right now. I'm gonna be at the very least changing one person's life with a video like this, because they'll spend so much less time, replying to bullshit, and they'll spend more time creating things. Literally, the next Bill Gates could be inspired by this fucking video, to not waste time. And I could literally change the course of the future by someone watching this video and then not wasting their time on bullshit, and they actually spend their time with something useful, and they could change the whole world. So, like, most people don't think that way, but it's actually how reality works. It's a domino effect. So, and imagine the domino effect of like you never getting anywhere in life because you spent most of your fucking life arguing with people on the internet that don't even have a profile picture, they don't have videos, They don't have pictures. They're hiding under some anonymous username. Like, you got to be crazy to think that that makes fucking sense. So, let me know what you guys think down in the fucking comments below. Oh, and let me close this off with actually enforcing the point. Look, I've known a lot of people who actually spent that much time doing that kind of nonsense. Most of them, they're, like, they literally don't have anything going on. And there's one guy who actually was talking crap to me on Facebook. And normally I don't give a crap. Let me do this here. Normally I don't give a crap. You know what I mean? But some random ass guy who, you know, he told me he's 275 pounds, 5'10". He's obese. Claims that he knew me. He was talking all this crap, like he can whip my ass and all this stuff. And I found it just insane because everything I post on my social media is me training martial arts, and I'm in super great shape. I have better cardio than 95% of the people at my jiu-jitsu class, not my Muay Thai class. And you know, this guy's telling me he can kick my ass, and so you know, for me, I generally don't care, but you know, I kind of know of the guy, I guess. So I was like, you know what? How about we spar, you know, and I'll Facebook Live it. Because for me, I spar every single day, and I spar with, you know, professional athletes, amateur fighters, you name it. So I'm not, like, it's a normal thing for me. It's not something I'm scared of. It's not something I'm proud of. I don't care. It's just a normal everyday habit that I do to train martial arts. And this random guy telling me that. So long story short, I challenge him and stuff, and he tries to ignore it. Start messaging him, and he says he's down and all this crap, and he tells me that I'm gonna back out and all this stupid shit. Well, I FaceTime not FaceTime the guy. I do like Facebook video chat, you know, just to make sure that he's not on drugs or something. The guy's sipping a what do you call it? He's sipping like a giant beer. It's like, what do you call it? Like a 64 ounce or a 32 ounce? There's a name for it. But he's drinking a giant beer. He looks like he's drunk, sounds like he's drunk, and he is overweight. The guy's literally like talking all this shit to me, but he's like drunk right now. He's drunk, and he's super overweight. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he wouldn't last in a fight. He would not beat me. Like, there's no way, and that's why I had to call him to make sure that, because it seemed like he's got to be on drugs to challenge me to a fight, right? And a lot of these comments I see on the internet, these guys got to be on drugs, like, or just joking, right? And so he was drunk, and in the background he had this girlfriend who said, you can't even walk up the stairs to your room. What makes you think you're gonna last in a round in a fight? Like, in the background, the girl that he's with or whatever says that. Like, you can't even walk up the stairs without losing your breath. Like, so, you know, and I felt sorry for him, and you know, he was telling me it's going to be a good fight, and we're going to do it. It's going to be friendly, and it has nothing to do with beef, whatever. And so the reason why I bring this up is because, like, you don't know who the fuck is behind the keyboard. You know, you think like, oh, you know, they're like logical human beings just like me, you know, or whatever. They could be tripping on acid, which they're probably not. I don't think acid would do that. They could be on coke. They could be, you know, they could have some kind of mental disability. They could be like a 95-year-old man who's senile, but they're probably junkies, druggies, whatever. There's a reason why, you know, they're making irrational comments on YouTube. There's a reason why they're spending so much time arguing with people on the internet. It's because there's something wrong with them. Something is wrong. So, you know, like, and when I realized all this, I was like, whoa, most of these guys could be drunk. Like, this guy was literally drunk, and then when the time came for us to fight or whatever, it just never fucking happened. Which, for me, I don't really care, because after all that, I was thinking, you know how much of a waste of time that was? And a waste of focus? Because I was all pumped up. I'm like, you know what? This is going to be sad, because he's going to gas out in 10 seconds, and I don't even, honestly, I felt bad. I'm like, you know, I feel bad for even, like, you know, if I actually do this, I don't want to hurt the guy because I already know how it's going to end up. I felt bad, but where was I going with this? Oh yeah, well, you know, whatever. Like it's a waste of time, and I felt dumb. I'm like, you know, this is a fucking waste of time. Like, really? Like, I'm actually gonna fight some random fat like drunk guy because he started talking shit to me and stuff. Um, but the point here is that they could be drunk, etc., etc. So yeah, don't waste your time on crap like that because, like, trust me, a lot of those people are drunk. A lot of those people are, like, there is something wrong. So don't waste your time replying to comments and crap like that, okay? So anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. You know, and if that fight ever does happen, you know, I'll try to record it so I can send it to you guys. So I put it on YouTube or something. Yeah, so questions down below. Let me know your experiences, and I'll talk to y'all next time.